Hello, Baggy came to say hello. Can you say hi? Okay. She's a little excited that she was outside when they brought her in, and the kid and the husband were outside. So there's a few things that I noticed um, when I was going over the classroom. So I just want to clarify a few things to make sure everyone's on the kind of right path. So the Great Depression's going on. The U.S. government wasn't really doing anything about it until Franklin Delano Roosevelt takes office in 1933. On this premise of the New Deal. And the New Deal was like the three R's. He wants to provide relief for the needy, to just unemployment, and to deal with people losing not only employment but savings and income. He also wanted economic recovery, so working on increasing production and the gross domestic products. And then, of course, reform from American capitalism, dealing with the issues with banks closing, but also reforming the stock market, etc. So most of you guys, I think, get that, but there are some issues. Please don't kind of skimp on your responses. So keep in mind that a lot of these programs are putting people to work, like the WPA and the CCC. Then you have some economic recovery, such as the AAA and the NRA, not National Rifle Association, but National Recovery, which will regulate prices and wages, etc. Um, then you have the FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance. Some of you got this correct, but basically that insures your savings. So now when you put money in the bank, that money is protected up to $250,000. And of course, the Securities and Exchange Commission will regulate the stock market to try to prevent fraud, etc. So one of the biggest issues that I saw was, let's see if I can, was on this political cartoon. So please pay attention to everything. So some of you like were observing that this guy here is FDR, just like the hat says. But no one really talked about the nursemaid. This is Congress. And then this guy here, of course, is Uncle Sam. Right in my hand. Uncle Sam. Okay. So you have FDR and his New Deal remedies. He's trying to fix the economy, fix our country, etc. And he is going to fix up Uncle Sam, which represents the US. And then you have all of these bottles representing medicines for Uncle Sam. But those medicines also have a bunch of acronyms on them. And those are all the New Deal programs. And he's speaking to his nursemaid, Congress. And it says, of course, we may have to change our remedies if we don't get results. So some of you are like, he's fixing the US, or he's talking to like his partner. But you really want to be specific here. So this is FDR, and this is in reference to him going to Congress and telling Congress to keep passing these New Deal legislation, saying that, yeah, it might not work, but then we'll just try something different. And that's why you have all these different bottles that are being made, all these medicines to try to address the problems in the economy, okay? These are all new tools. Okay. Okay. So we're going to scroll down. The other thing I just want to clarify is this court packing plan. So this packing the court is this idea FDR had where he was like, for every Supreme Court justice over 70, we're going to add another Supreme Court judge. Basically, this would give him a majority. And he's doing this because he doesn't want the Supreme Court keep striking down all the New Deal legislation as being unconstitutional, such as the Supreme Court case that we looked at above this. It doesn't happen. Um, he's never able to add more Supreme Court justices to the Supreme Court. First of all, that's something he can't do. That's a constitutional amendment. And people are like, this guy wants to be like a dictator. This cannot happen. He can't be allowed it. And so he isn't able to pack the court. It was a scheme he came up with, but checks and balances prevailed, and he did not add more justices. So he's never able to pack the court. And then, of course, these programs remain struck down. So these are a couple of things I saw that we were really focused on. Make sure, like most of the multiple choice you guys did were pretty good. But just remember, core packing plan or scheme doesn't happen. And then, of course, keep in mind, these New Deal programs he's hoping that they're going to help the economy. Some of them give hope, some of them help a little bit, but it's really not until World War II that the United States is completely pulled out of the Great Depression. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out. I'm going to go ahead and pause my recording.